Welcome to BackChat. I go by the name of Gezelle Magerman. One is proudly hosted by Backtrack. Hope you guys are ready. This evening we've got Gezelle Magerman. She's joining us. Or Gezelle Magerman. We'll find out soon. Hope you guys are good. It's a Friday evening. Ow, Teho Fatso. Nahu. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Sbu. Oh, the Shuba. Shubam. I see you. Mbumi Damini. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Gezelle is in. Bradley, welcome to you as well. I'm gonna welcome Gezelle in, and then we're gonna get going. Good evening and welcome to BackChat. My name is Gezelle Magerman. This one is partly hosted by Backtrack. I hope you guys are looking forward to this one. I am. Gezelle,
Hi,
how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Super. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly. How are you doing? How have you been during this time? How have you been?
You know, the first few weeks was okay, and then I've been waiting for Turks to get the go so that I can go back to Pretoria. But I'm still in Cape Town.
Oh, okay. So when are you gonna be down in Pretoria again, or?
It all depends on when Turks allow us to start training on the track again.
Okay. Hey, Turks, open up. I wanna train.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. All right, welcome to everybody that's on. Athletic for Amo says hello. Temba and Gezelle. Don Kasihwa, welcome to me. Ilepe. Our kids, the high jumper has joined in. Welcome, guys. Thanks a lot. I know a lot of people are going to be in and out as we chat. So, yeah, I'm excited about this one. I hope you are too. We want to get a bit into your mind as well and, share a bit of your story as well,
Yeah.
All right.
So,
what I'm gonna... Can you hear me?
I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. I'm really excited to be talking to you.
All right, super. All right, so I'm gonna start by doing an introduction. After I do an introduction, we'll get started. We'll take questions. So if you have any questions this evening, make sure to send them through. You got an opportunity to send your questions to Gezelle, so do so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with us this evening we've got Gezelle Magerman. Is it Magerman or Megaman?
Magerman. Come on, Tim.
Magerman. We've got Gezelle Magerman. She is the Youth Olympic Games 400-meter hurdles gold medalist. She's the African Under-20 Championships 400-meter hurdles gold medalist. World Under-20 Championships 400-meter hurdles finalist. African Championships 400-meter hurdles finalist as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gezelle Magerman.
Hello.
It's like it's sweet and short, but it's like it's so powerful because everything is packed in there in such a short space. But yeah, thanks for joining again. Look forward to having this chat with you. All right, next thing we're gonna do, it's called 30 seconds. So we're just gonna find out what's in the bag. The game is called What's in the Bag. So I've got 30 seconds. My watch is on here. And you're going to tell us as many things as possible that you have inside your competition bag. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Dettol, Savlon, cleaning, sanitizer, tissues, lip balm, face mask. Yeah, that's about it.
Basics. Where's your spikes?
Okay, my spikes. Usual, but we're not training now, so it's out of my bag, but it's okay. Towel.
And time. Yo, did I catch you off guard?
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. I was not going to be like, oh, you're going to ask me questions and I'm just going to answer and be like.
No, I want you to relax a bit as well. This is not an interview, and I'm not a journalist as well,
Yeah, I hear you.
So people are gonna send questions as well, and if they wanna hear something that they wanna ask you, you know, we're gonna take those questions as well. So yeah, it's gonna be simple. It's gonna be fun and relaxed. All right, first question. Your athletics journey.
I'm ready. Let go.
Your athletics journey. Where did your athletics journey start? You know, did you always want to be an athlete, or where did it start? Where did your love for athletics start?
To be honest, I've always been a sporty person since I was yay high. But I love doing, how can I say, group sport. I love netball. I love hockey. But eventually, when you grow up, you have to choose one. So I've been loving athletics so far. And the fact that I actually came so far in 2014 just made it so much clearer for me.
Absolutely. So obviously, there was the defining moment where you're like, all right, I'm gonna go for this one sport now, and that's what I'm gonna choose. All right, so let's talk about, since we're in 2014. Let's get into 2014. I mean, whoo, yeah, 2014.
Yeah, that was the year.
You know,
that was the year.
It was the year. Absolutely.
Yes, but it was actually really difficult because I played netball as well for the first team in my school, and I had the opportunity to play for Western Province to represent my province also. But
South Africa, Western Province. South Africa, Western Province.
yeah, so
decisions.
it was, just remember I was in high school, so it was really tough.
Yeah.
It was a group sport and an individual sport. So
what would you say? Would you say you're more a person who is, do you prefer group sports over individual? What has been the biggest differences? Let's just compare the two.
I find individual sports more competitive, really more competitive. So, and you don't really have to interact with a lot of people when you're individual and you're trying to do athletics or you're athlete. You have to focus more on yourself, on what you have to correct and all of that. When it comes to group sport, it's more chilled, or that's how I felt. It used to be more chilled and you just have fun, and yeah, you make a lot of mistakes, but there's always someone to fix that.
To cover up. Yeah, that's very true. It's very true. I mean, I remember even when I used to play soccer, it was the same thing, you know, singing in the tunnel, jokes, fun. Your athletics,
Exactly.
Your athletics, eat or be eaten, huh?
Exactly.
You compete against the world. You compete against your training partners. It's just war every single day.
Every single day.
All right. So obviously now we've discovered you've chose athletics over hockey, Youth Olympic Games, or netball, hockey or netball. So Youth Olympic Games, Rock Up, your first big international competition.
Yes.
Youth Olympics is huge. I mean, it's not like world youth or world champs or juniors, etc. Because I mean, it's big. Tell us about that experience. Like, what's going through your mind?
Just a local darling girl coming to the big leagues. It was really amazing experience. I really didn't expect so much people. I didn't expect the atmosphere. I thought it was really going to be like, you know, all strict and professional, and everything is going to just be laid out and you have to do this and this and this. But it was so different. Like I can't explain it. It's like unexplainable. The vibe was so amazing. You don't just meet people from like the Africa type of vibe. It's like all overseas people. And then, you know, I don't know if other girls are like this, but then I start changing my whole accent to to that type of vibe. Yes.
So what accent did you go? Did you go American? Did you go Jamaican or Spanish?
You should, Taylor and I, so it was a whole thing between Taylor and I. So we basically like just spoke like this, just better pronounce our words, and you know,
pronunciate your words.
Yeah, the rah-rah.
How now, brown cow? Okay. All right. Yes. So you've acclimatized, you've adjusted the accent. Now it's competition time. what's going through your mind? How do you deal with obviously there's the noise and everything that's going on around, and then obviously there's time where you need to actually step on the track and get the work done. What's going through your
Exactly.
mind?
About I was one of the last people to participate for the 400-meter hurdles and that event, and it was stressful, but not really. Like South Africa still didn't have a medal, so I was really in that when, okay guys, come up, we need to step up. Who's it gonna be? Like,
I'll do it.
but the day before the competition, I was basically just in my room. I was off my feet. I didn't train. I was on YouTube most of the time, just looking for motivational quotes and videos just to try to calm the nerves. And then the morning of that competition, I couldn't eat. I was so stressed. I was just talking to everyone. Usually when I stress, I bubble. So
Okay.
I talk a lot.
Okay.
And then when I got on the track, it was so chilled. Like I was like thinking I could not have done something more. I'm here, so do what you have to do. And then I went out of their blocks. It was not the plan, but I sprinted out of their blocks. And then when I got by the 250 mark, 150, I was like, yo, I 150 left. My legs are numb. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, Lord Jesus, please just lift up my legs. I will put them down.
Come
I will
on.
literally put them down.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. And then I just got a fight inside me. I was just like, I've been training so hard for this. So no. And then the semis happened, and I didn't expect that 58. I was going to be just thankful to make the finals. But then I got a 58. Now that was like a confident booster.
Yeah.
But I didn't break a 60. It took forever just to break a 60 seconds.
Sure.
And then
Continue.
and then after that I was so hyped, I was so excited. And then Chris White was like, okay, Gezelle, calm down, you still need to do the finals, don't overdo yourself, ice bath, do this and this and this. So it was really fun. And so the day of the finals, I was really stressing because that's when I realized this is actually such a huge experience and something I need to go through in order for me to open doors for myself.
Yeah.
And so it didn't go as planned either. By the 200-meter mark, I was dead lost.
Sure.
Lost. And then when I came around that corner, I saw a South African flag. And I don't think you guys understand that motivational thing there. I was just like, hell no. So I used all of the energy that I had left, really. Like, I just got in a fight in me that I cannot explain. I want to get emotional because I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
Come on.
My legs were dead. My lungs were dead. And then I just went over that line and it was a 57. I was just like, yes. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
And then after that, I still had energy. I was like, what? So just some things are just unexplainable.
Wow. I mean, it's even as you're explaining it, I can see like you almost like you were almost going through reliving it, and it's always like so cool to relive those moments because I mean that was a classic. There was no medals for South Africa, and all of a sudden, to carry that mental and be like, listen, guys, I'll do it.
I couldn't sleep that night. I was so afraid someone would steal my medal, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you still have that medal?
I do, just not here.
Oh, that's good. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. You'll tell me where you put it when we're done here, when everybody, and then I can go and collect it. All right. Next question. So, I mean, now you youth Olympic champion. I mean, this is like it's a big deal. I mean, the whole South Africa. I remember. I mean, we were all just so excited, getting the news and all that. And then now, obviously, you come back home and it's a whirlwind of like appearances everywhere. How do you deal with that? I mean, you're still in high school. I mean, I'm sure there's more fun in high school because it's all your friends and all that stuff. You're like instant again. How do you deal with all that? You know?
It was really fun. Up until a point, you get to a point where you're just like, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm just exhausted, but I'm
Yeah, yeah,
so excited at the same time.
yeah.
So when I got home, the whole of Cape Town airport was full.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Western Cape,
So
stand up.
yes, really, it was really so full. And then there was a lot of cameras, so I didn't expect it to be that much. And then after that, we had a ceremony at the rugby field in Darling,
Yeah.
hometown, represent. And then, yeah, I just went to bed.
And that's that.
That's that. And then the next Monday, it was school, back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So, yeah.
yeah. I can't even imagine. I mean, so obviously coming from that year, you go to World Championships as well as a World Junior. Was
Yes.
next up. Obviously, also there was African champs and other. So, if you were to look at that moment, what type of fuel did it give you towards like you running even as you I mean you're still running today, there's still a lot of things you're still gonna achieve, you're still young. um you know, the thing is when you see somebody win a youth Olympic medal, you think they've been running forever, and I mean you were still a high school kid, and now you're still young in your early 20s. So that moment, did it play like a big role? Obviously you said it was a moment that made you realize, okay, I want to be athlete. Did you think I want to be a professional athlete, or did you just think, you know, I just want to keep running?
Exactly. But it was really difficult. How can I say? There was a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations that,
Yeah.
I mean, I was still young. So
Yeah.
I was a people pleaser. So I would
Okay.
just be like, you know, I'll try. And then this one would be like sub 56. And I'm like,
Yo.
eh. You know? So I started putting limitations to my potential. And that was, I don't know, it's a stumble block that I think it's a stumble block that all athletes reach. So you put a lot of expectations on yourself also, but also limitations to your
Yeah.
ability.
That's
So I think that was the major thing for me. I was like, okay, so I made it big in 2014. So
yeah.
now I expect myself to, I think it was 2016 Rio Olympics. So I put my expectations a bit too high. I was like, I'm going to press myself. I want to achieve this 2016 Olympics and stuff. But I still had a few of my foundation blocks that needed to repair, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, African champs I won. That was Ethiopia the year after. Then junior worlds came, and I expected a lot. And I didn't make the final. So that was kind of heartbreaking for me, but yet I was still hungry because I knew there's something bigger for me to achieve. I just didn't know what, how, and where, and when. And I still don't know when, but I know what it takes to get there.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I mean, I think it's a beautiful journey, you know, and I think, you know, athletics is so full of lessons, and I think that's what I want to get to now. And it's beautiful lessons because I think, you know, I think about team sport. I also play team sport, and team sport, there's a lot of hiding, you know, and you just have one role, and you play that role well and the team does well.
Exactly.
When you get into athletics, it's like you need to become an adult. It's like adulting from the age of 17, you know. So what's one of the biggest lessons you learned from track and field? If you could write a love letter to track and field, how would that letter sound, you know?
I would say there's no such thing as too much pressure on yourself, but there is something as outside pressure being unnecessary. So yeah,
That's
that's just
powerful.
something I struggled with that. So yeah, that's my personal experience, that I allowed outside pressure and expectations of others to make me doubt my abilities and my
Mm.
capabilities. So yeah, that's why I think athletics or any sport, it's a roller coaster. It's really
Eish.
a roller coaster ride. And I don't think people really, they don't see the suffering or the tears, the emotional state that some of us have to go through, or dips that we have to go through. They just see what we execute on the track or on the hockey field or the netball court. Or yeah,
I mean, what you're
yeah.
saying is, it's like it's so much wisdom. It's like it's
You
exactly
don't
that.
stop learning.
You learn. You're
You
gonna learn.
always learn.
You're gonna learn all the time. And
All
I
the
think
time.
that the beautiful thing about and now that's why I always say, like, I say trust the process, because you know the process is like it's so unpredictable, you know, and whatever high or whatever excellent moment you get within that process, you better make sure that you grab it with both hands, slow and then high.
Exactly. Are you there? Can you hear me? Yes, and I'm super excited. Like I really can't wait.
All right, awesome. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next question. Obviously, also want to take some questions. If people have questions that they're gonna send through, I'm gonna send those as well. So it's that Teho asked the question. He says, Giselle, for you, what is the best thing that you love about athletics? Beautiful question. What do you love most about athletics?
There's a lot of things that I do love about athletics. It is just, I don't know, for me, it's my will to win and my will to achieve something greater than my expectations can actually explain to anyone.
Yeah.
Because I think there is, or I know there is something in me, or God won't put a vision in me so strong that I can't achieve.
Yeah.
So that's something I am holding on to really strong.
Whew, that's powerful. That is powerful. I mean, end of the day, you know, when uh, when push comes to shove, it's you alone, you know, and
Exactly.
you have to find that drive or that motivation from yourself, you know. So that brings us to the next question. What is your motivation? What motivates Gezelle Magerman to wake up every morning, put on her running shoes, and get the work done?
My coach. I'm joking. Um, um, to achieve my goals. Honestly, I just really want to achieve my goals that I set for myself. And yeah, I think that's about it. I really just want to achieve my goals. I won't say I will end after that. I'm just saying I just want to achieve something that I set personally for myself.
All right. Yeah. Athletic for Almol is asking here, G, how did you end up at Chuck? How did you end up at Chuck's coming from Darling? Why not Marty's?
No offense to Marty's, really, but if you want to, if you want to be the best, you have
Yeah.
to team with the best. And at that time, Wenda Nell was number one, and
Yeah.
I really looked up to her. So I really just wanted to train with her.
Yeah. Wenda Nell. What a legend. It was Wenda Taron back then, yeah?
Yes, yes.
So your role models, obviously, yeah, you just brought me to that question. Did you have role models coming up in your track and field earlier career or earlier years?
Yes, I do. Usually, I would always go to Alison Felix. Usually. But because she's such a strong motivator and she just knows what she wants and she goes for it.
Gets it.
Yeah, and she gets it. Don't get me wrong. And lately, I just say what I would say, Wenda. She's really been out there and she's going strong, eh? And she's not giving up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, Wenda now she's definitely she's a class act, you know. I think it was a birthday, I think yesterday or the day before.
Yes, yesterday.
Yeah, Wenda's, yeah, she was also on here, very special athlete. Okay, now obviously when you look at track and field in South Africa, then there's being a track and field athlete as a female athlete in South Africa. What did you say is like one of the what message or what would be one of your encouragement for up and coming young female athletes? I think it's important to hear that perspective as well. You know, I know we can say all athletes, but let's talk about female athletes.
Can you please repeat what you just said? Sorry. My
Was I
connection
breaking
was
up?
a bit.
Okay. So I said, what message, if you could give a message to like young female athletes that want to pursue like a professional career in athletics, what message would you give them? You know, I'm going to say specifically to the female athletes, but obviously it will apply for everybody else. Did you catch that?
I would say never let your emotional state overrule your abilities.
Wow.
Because they usually say that our girls, we're so emotional, you know. Okay, somewhat it's true, but yeah, don't let that overshadow your abilities and what you're capable of doing one day.
Absolutely. That is a brilliant answer over there. I want to look for some more questions. I saw there was questions up there that I didn't take earlier on. I don't know if I'll get there. All right, guys. If you have any questions, just there's actually a question tab where you can throw the questions in there. It's actually easier for me to read. I recently learned this. I didn't know it earlier, but yeah. Welcome to everybody who's joined in. Smitty, I see you. Welcome to Smitty. Sepeng CDR, thanks for joining, guys. I saw Zagiti Nene is in the house. Pumi Kumalo's in here as well. Ngoni Makusha, all the way from Zimbabwe. Welcome, brother. There's so many other people. Lindo Kusha Gora also, thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, the next question I wanted to ask is so we've spoken about the motivation, right? We've spoken about. So what would you say is one of the most important things, like when you got challenges, overcoming challenges, injuries? You know how athletics is. You know it's. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So what message would you give to those like people who were wanting to overcome like challenges or anything like that in athletics? You know, athletics is not an easy sport. There's a lot of ups and downs. How do you get back up? You know, when things are not always looking as good as they should be.
I've really had a lot of ups and downs, emotionally, mentally, physically. I would just say that my close-up circle was really important for me. Like the people around me really supported me, and it's just something I cannot explain. Like, there's a lot of people that used to doubt my abilities and what I'm capable of doing, and
Yes.
their doubt caused my doubt. And yeah, it's just emotional if I actually have to speak about it. But I think all of us actually go through that. a dip. And then if you don't have the necessary people, the right people, then it's really difficult to come back up stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so now let's get to, obviously, I would say you're back in a very good space, running wise. Training is good. In a very good
Yes.
training environment. Speak about your relationship and the importance of the relationship with your coach. I know the coaches don't always. Sometimes they do get the credit they deserve, but I don't think they always get the credit that's due to them. Like, talk about your relationship with your coach and your training group as well.
Okay, my coach is Maritza Fixia, and she is Afi's high school coach as well.
Yeah.
Afi Girls. And I don't just see my coach as a coach. I see her as a mentor, a teacher, a psychologist. But just, yeah, she don't just focus on your physical abilities.
Yeah.
She focuses on your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, and that is something that wasn't really there. Like a lot of coaches, not all of them, but I think they get too deep with the athlete. They become like a mother figure, you know. And
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing, but I just think some of us take advantage of that, and then we expect a lot from that. So I see my coach as my mentor, as my psychologist, and it was really difficult in the beginning, really difficult, because I wouldn't say I'm classified as a difficult athlete, but I had a lot of baggage.
All right. All right. That's
So
honest. I think, like, I personally believe, like, I think as majority of us athletes, because it's an individual sport, we usually tend to wear our, like, emotions on our sleeves, and also, like, it feels like you've got so much more to carry, and you don't always understand the
yes,
team dynamics in an individual sport, because when you're on the track, you feel like you won or you lost, but actually your coach is celebrating with you, your physio, your parents, your friends, teammates. It's actually a joint effort in a bigger sense. So
exactly.
yeah, that's very interesting. All right, a question from Athletic for Amal. It says 3 most important factors to be successful on the track, especially in South Africa. I just want 3.
I'd say factors: faith,
Boom.
always faith, hope, and training. When I refer to training, I don't just say physical training. There's much more than just being physically fit. You have to be mentally fit, emotionally fit, spiritually fit. So, in order for you to perform at your maximum level.
So that's balance. Balance. All right. Well spoken. I see here from Annette Aylard saying, well spoken, Gezelle. I see Gershwin Mouton is on here. Looks like it's a supporter, a fan. I'll just leave it at that. Is that chef was asking another question? We're gonna wrap it up soon. He says, Gezelle, what are you hoping to achieve in the next 2 to 3 years of your athletics, and how do you plan on achieving them?
My coach and I, we have a really stable plan on what I need to do in order to achieve my greatest goal in life. So this is not my greatest goal, but one of the goals, not short term. Okay, next year I will consider medium. Yeah. I really want to qualify for the Olympic squad or team. So that is my medium goal term. And then in order for me to achieve that goal, I need to train and stick to my program.
Awesomeness. All right. Wise words. Nice answer. Uh, That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up, Gezelle. But like from your side, is there anything that you'd like to tell like people that are supporting you, fans, friends, all those people that are rooting for you? You know, you do have a lot of love in South Africa. That's a fact. A lot of people look up to you and they support you and so on. What message would you like to tell those people? Yeah, the stage is yours. Let's
I
go.
just really want to say thank you guys for always having my back, always just sending me random motivational sentences or quotes. That's so cute. I really appreciate it. And the fact that you guys look after your athletes and you support them, even though they go through difficult times and tough times, you're always there and there's always a shoulder to lean on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Gezelle, I just want to thank you so much for coming on this evening. Thanks for
Thank
your
you.
time. Thanks for making space in your diary and your calendar to join us.
Yeah.
It's always good to speak to the athletes, and you must know, like from Backtrack's side and also many South Africans, what you were able to achieve and what you're still gonna achieve. It makes South Africa proud. It makes us happy. It makes us love track and
Makes me
field.
happy too.
And
Thank
listen,
you.
we're rooting for you. You know,
Thank you
keep
so
pushing,
much.
keep working, keep ticking off those boxes. Stay motivated, focused, and
Most
yeah, we're gonna see
definitely.
you soon.
Yes.
See you
Bye,
soon.
guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Gezelle. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Gezelle Magerman or Magerman. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back again on Monday. Remember, we've got a competition for the A6 Cumulus 22 running shoes. So there's a post. I'm going to share the post again into our feed so you can see it. It's very easy. You follow Backtrack, you follow A6, you tag 3 friends, and you stand a chance to win a pair of shoes. So go do that. See you guys on Monday. Thank you, South Africa. We appreciate you. Gershwin, thanks for joining, brother. Intam Fumi, Charles, the photographer, my brother. See you. Thanks a lot. And the for Amal. Thanks, guys. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you guys on Monday. For me, Tom Madima, hashtag Diary of a Vendor, hashtag Da.